Start lore maxing. Start lore maxing. What do I mean by lore maxing? Well, start doing things just because, for the plot. And you can take it as bad advice, and you can take it as, that's really not wise to do. Or you could look at it in a positive light. Start lore maxing. Start doing things for the plot. As I get older, I realize that the only thing that I carry with myself is just stories. I only carry, stories of experiences that I've had. I only carry lore. And that's all that you have in this life, is just the stories of the experiences that you've had. The stories of the experiences that you've done. And what is life without lore? What is life without having your own personal experience? Too many of us play it safe. Too many of us play it like, let's just play by the rules. And that stops you from the full experience. Look how beautiful it is this afternoon, right? It stops you from the full experience. So start lore maxing. I was speaking to this older gentleman while I was inside the gym. And as I was speaking to him, he was just telling me a story of how he was 23 years old and he started doing this work but when he was 20, and it paid him well enough to afford a sports car. And he bought a sports car by the age of 23. And the thing about it is that all his friends and his family told him it's a poor decision. That's an unwise decision. And he decided, you know what? I don't care what they say. I'm going to do it for me. I'm 23 years old. When am I ever going to be 23 years old with a sports car? Until he bought the sports car. He spent a good amount of money on that sports car at that time. And he said it was the worst financial decision that he had ever made. But it was the best experience he had for those years that he had that vehicle. He said the amount of girls that approached him, the amount of stories he had where he drove places and met a lot of, cool people and famous people. It was worth it. Just that much. Worth it for, the bad financial decision that he made. It was worth it to say when he was 23 years old, he bought that car by himself. And he has that story. And that's the story he could tell his grandchildren. It's a story he told his children. It's lore. And as I meet people, the people with aura, the people with a lot of presence, are people of experience. People who have done things and tried things and failed. People who have just plot maxed, lore maxed. And that's what it's all about. To lore max.